Good morning, everyone. 8-Bits here
Good morning,
with a
everyone.
happy Monday.
Here.
And of course, Sophie.
With a happy Monday.
Yes.
And of course, Sophie. With a happy Monday. Yes.
All right. Well, what are we doing today? Brewer, welcome in. Good morning. Did you get your coffee? Oh, wait, is it closed today? The coffee shop. Oh, we found yesterday we went to a coffee and breakfast meetup with the off-road group, right? So we did this yesterday. Found a new coffee place, and apparently the owner of the little coffee shop is part of the Overland New Mexico group. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, it was nice. Nice little place. What are we doing? Can I help you, Sophie? Okay, so yeah, it was closed, but you made your own. Excellent. So Battlefield 6 has set some outrageous records. 7 million copies sold in 3 days for Battlefield 6. Absolutely insane numbers. But outside of that, I don't think I have any other game news. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of expected. So many people were expecting the game. And yeah, they sold 7 million copies in the first 3 days with more than 172 million matches played online within the first week. That's a lot. That's a lot. Oh, well. Like I said, outside of that, I don't think I really have a whole lot of game news. There's not much coming out. I mean, there's always cool games, right? But nothing that I'm super excited for. This past weekend was the stress test beta for Arc Raiders, and Arc Raiders looks pretty cool too. Homeless Yo Boy just tamed a Giga. Excellent. That has been a tough one in the game of Arc, right? So trying to tame a Giga, we attempted that once, and I came to help and bring him some stuff, and it looked like it was about to tame. So I was like, okay, I'll be right back. Went over to the kitchen, and next thing I know, I see the Giga get up and moving. So I thought, oh, cool, he tamed it. No. Next thing I can see from my the computer, the screen, I can see it turning red, and next thing I know, I die. The wyvern that I was riding, it died. The Giga was not tame and ate me. Same method? Almost, did you use the same method? Been there, yeah. Arc is tough. And we're playing on the Astrios map, I think it's called. It's the mythological one, so it adds in minotaurs and some other stuff into it, which is neat. All right, let's close this. Drop over to the game. This is just my my little test environment as we start to prep and progress into the game making here. Yeah, it was hectic. took 200 narcs to keep it asleep. Jesus, that is a lot. All right. Oh, I know what I need. We need some music. What do we feel like listening to now? How about one called Rewind? All right, we'll start with it. We'll see what it's like. It's kind of got like an 80s vibe. Okay. Last time we only had 140. Oh, yeah. I mean, and it was a higher level. True. Giga music. I don't know if I have any Giga music. All right, so one of the first things I started trying to work on is, let's see, I created a parent for the NPCs, and the little orange thing here is going to be an NPC. And then I was trying to make it so that if you approach the NPC, when you're in range, right? So I have it set to like 35. It will create kind of like a little text bubble. So I'm slowly working on that. And I think that's where we'll start, right? All right, let's just start it. Oh, that was immediate. Okay. So, I'm going to move you down here. Brewer, you did something similar in your game for interactions. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I was going to... It's like, well, how are we going to identify? Like, if you're out and walking around and you're approaching an NPC and you get close to that NPC, I want them to be like, how you doing? Can I help you? Something silly like that, right? So we're going to take my little pumpkin guy, which is not the final image of the player. It's just because of Halloween. I was like, I'm going to make it a pumpkin guy. All right, so approach. Hi, can I help you with stuff? I think we don't need this. All right. I was trying to do it to test it. So we're going to get rid of that. Okay, so the little bubble is appearing. Why? Do I need it above my wall? For right now, let's move him out. And we'll get rid of the bar for right now. So, tile, wall, there. All right. Just so we can get it to work, right? Collision circle detection. If true, set a Boolean to true. If not within circle, set Boolean to false. In draw, if Boolean is true, draw a bubble. I think I have something similar. This is what I got right now, right? So you walk up and you approach the guy and you'll be like, hi, whatever. How can I help you? Something. Go away, whatever, right? I drew essentially a rectangle, but I found you could do rounded rectangles. Yeah, I found you could do rounded rectangles, which makes this curved look, which I didn't know at first until I found this. And this is it. So it's just called Draw Round Rectangle. Yeah, I didn't it's cool. And you set the color for it, like the background, like little color, right? So I was like, oh, this is for drawing a little bubble. And yeah. All right. I think we needed to... That's a big bubble. I don't think I need it that big, right? I mean, we can change it later, but, it's fine right now, I guess. Well... I mean, now that this is working... and we have our little chat bubble. So, if you're walking along and you come close to it, you'll be like, hey, how you doing? That we should probably maybe add in... we'll come back for texting, the text part, I guess. Maybe I need to make this smaller. And is that... Yeah, it's showing up on stream. Okay, right? I always forget. And this one is... That's running platform. Hold on, let me change some stuff on my OBS here. That is just weird. Is it this? Oh, it is that. All right, I found it. Fuzzy, welcome in. How you doing this morning? All right, so we're gonna... Whoops. So many things. I gotta always try to remove some of this stuff. Okay, we got that removed. We need this renamed to RPG game. All right. There we go. Are you excited about making an RPG? Yes. I am actually really excited about trying to do this because I've been looking forward to this project for a while. I've never really made this style RPG, so it's complete learning all the way through this. It's definitely going to be a challenge. Nothing screams indie dev like an RPG, right? It is. We can't help it. I think this will be fun. I think it'll be fun. So yesterday was just a very short stream. I think I only streamed like an hour and a half because I went to a meetup with the off-road group for like coffee and breakfast and stuff. We're trying to get all these in and make sure that we go to them, because once like winter hits, we kind of hibernate and we don't go out as much. They go camping in the winter, by the way. We, however, do not have a winter camping tent. So like our tent has like the mesh on the top, and you just put in like a rain fly over top. So it just allows cold air in. It lets the hot air that you have, any hot air that you have inside the tent, out. It doesn't work very well. So we do not go winter camping yet. Next year, I think that'll be one of our purchases will be a winter camping setup, so we can start going with them. All right. Let's make this maybe a little smaller. So we have negative 60 plus 60. I think that we're going to shrink it, right? How about negative 40 instead? I think that may make it a little better. Yeah, that's better. I kind of at some point in time, maybe almost even another year from now or so, I want to go back and almost redo, like, I don't want to redo it. Pixel Warrior, right? That first full game that I did. I want to go back. I want to make Pixel Warrior 2 and completely like redesign it better, and just make, with all the new things that I've learned, and just make it a better game. I think that's what that'll happen. So it'll be about like another year. We'll revisit it and maybe make it like Pixel Warrior 2. All right. So now, yeah, and I'm not, like when you look at like all the stuff I've done in the year and a half, I'm trying to leave it there because I want to see the progression of the games and my skills, right? So that way, and it's okay to have like a janky looking first game. That's okay. Because when I do go back and like do like Pixel Warrior 2, you'll be able to tell the difference between the two of them. And you can see the huge difference. So like here's like 1, 2, 3, right? These first 3 game jams weren't very good at all. And you can see the difference between this 3-day one that I did now and the older ones. Masta, welcome in. How have you been? Nice changes to the overlay. Thanks. It's kind of like a little spooky, right? I mean, it's got some pumpkin stuff with the little witch hats on them, and that was kind of it. You're just prepping to leave the office soon. I hope you had a good work day. Yeah, you like the little pumpkins. Yeah. All right. So, this is now working to a point, right? So now when we approach did you hear the dog bark? Thank you, Homeless, for the Sophie treat. That'll make her happy. Go lay down. Good girl. there's a little like she can hear pretty good, you know, because she's a dog, she can hear it. She's like, oh, is that for me? Anyways, yeah, the progression of my games I think is a cool thing. All right, so we have this working, right? I do have a debug going where I'm showing stuff up here. Oh, you can't see it. That's interesting. So let me switch this just so you can see it real fast. We'll turn this off and we'll do display capture. Oh, you still don't see it. All right. Calvar, after you make Pixel Warrior 2, Darth Vader will approach you and test your game. Probably. He does that. He will then declare your skills are complete. And you're as powerful as the Emperor has foreseen. Yeah. That I can see that happening, you know. All right. Oh, I know. I think I can show you. So we'll take a screenshot of the page, and I'll show it, right? There. Right here on the white bar that's not showing up on stream, I have some debug info put there. So I have the distance being shown here, and I have it whether it is in range or not. So when I move into range, the range switches from 0 to 1, and it shows me the distance. So I'm getting a little better showing my debug stuff that helps me to identify when those things are accurate. All right, things are going well, Elvar. I got this working. So when you approach the NPC, when you get within range, which is about 35, so right about almost there, right? When you approach the NPC, a little chat bubble appears. So now, yeah, and I think that works pretty good. All right. And that in range and distance stuff is a window caption. And I found this neat little debug info trick, right? And then we down here, I don't know, I'm calling it a bubble, right? So we're doing draw a bubble. This is it, white and black. And then I reset the text color, or reset the color back to white. Yeah, window set caption. It is this line right there. There. I just sent it to you, so you could see it. But window set caption, and then you do the name of it in a string, right? So distance plus the string distance, and then you can do like in range and plus the value of the range, right? And that's this. So is it in range? It's showing the Boolean and the range distance. And that's it. It's cool stuff. I'm learning all kinds of new stuff on this game. Yeah, so when we click on it, here, I can send this into chat. That might be a little long, but that's okay. No, that's not what I want. Give me a minute. Crap. Alright, hold on. Where are my mod buttons? I'll get rid of that. Oh, I see it now. There we go. Oh, I can't delete my own stuff? Whatever. Anyways, Turtle, welcome in. How are you doing today? I can't believe I can't delete my own message. That's not cool. Yeah, so it sets the name in in here, and then along the top part of the border is where it's showing it, right? And like I said, it's not showing it on stream, but the distance and are like showing up right here. They're at the top up here, and I can see the distance and the range. So like when I get in range of here, it will flip from 0 to 1, and it shows me the current distance. So that's kind of a handy little thing, right? All right. Notification, we do have ads starting in about 40 seconds. I am going to take a quick be right back just to be able to refill some coffee. And we'll be back at it. But I think we need to try to work on adding text into this, right? Into the bubble somehow. I do have Scribble in here, and maybe we should try to figure out how to use that. It's like, I don't really know. Is this it? Yeah, setting up Scribble. We already, all right. So I set it up. What's next? How do I use sprite fonts? Is there just a how do I use Scribble? Configuration, quick Scribble. Let's just do that. All right. Where did the notification go? Okay, so it looks like ads are about to go off. Like I said, I'm going to take a quick beer right back. I'm going to grab some more coffee. Make sure everybody grab your own if you need it. And I will see everybody in just a few moments. Hang tight. Okay, I'm back. My chair is also still breaking. So it just like starts to auto lower on me. You know, not great, but that's all right. I mean, it's been breaking for like the last year. Internal. Yeah. The transition, be right back, the starting one and the ending one are kind of a little bit spooky. Because, you know, Halloween. All right. At least it's only like a little bit like only a little spooky. That's it. All right. We have our chat bubble here. Let me refresh the browser here. Okay. So we're going to try to work on... Oops. There we are. What was that? You have made a Halloween costume for your VTuber avatar. That's cool. And you are annoyed at how cute you still look. It's supposed to be scary. Have you started using it? I haven't seen it. Oh, well, my schedule is different, so I don't see your stream as much anymore. Yeah, sometimes you can't help it. You can't hide it, right? So... All right, and then we're going to try to add in a little... Oh, wait, I wanted to try to figure out Scribble, too. So we're going to try to do, like, a... Scribble... Is it Scribble? No. Scribble? I do not. So maybe you can help me, Turtle. What? All right. I want text, right? So we're going to say, like, draw. Let me just do it first. I want something to just, like, draw text. And we're going to say, like, where do I want it? I want it inside the bubble dot X, and I want it at bubble dot Y. And I want it to be what do I want it to say about hello adventure, if my spelling's right. Adventure. It'd be nice if I could spell adventure. It is ER at the end. Okay, not OR. ER. I was close. Right? Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking at, right? We're saying, like, we want to draw a text. I want it in bubble. Hold on, I want to change this, and we're gonna adjust some stuff here. Just to make it a little more so it matches things better. And there, right? So now we're drawing it in there. It's English. It's all very hand wavy at the best of times. Yes. Yeah. All right. Let's see if that works on its own. And then we'll come back to it, right? We'll try to do some scribble stuff. It does take OBS a while to see this thing. All right, there it goes. No. Did not like it. Not set before reading. How is that? Why is that? I do have Bubble X. Oh, not under. So I need. I see my mistake. It's not going to be under or bubble dot X. It needs to be bubble underscore X dot X and bubble underscore Y dot Y. Yeah. Now what up? My little pumpkin player. All right. So what's it doing now? Does not like it. Still. That's okay. Unable to find instance for the object. So we have. Oh wait, I don't need to be .xing it. What am I doing? Bubble X. Yeah, just Bubble X. I'm so used to just doing dot. Never. Yeah. I already have it here. So we have Bubble X, Bubble Y. There we go. Okay, so that's kind of what I want, right? But now we need to get it so that the font fits inside here. Oh, and there was some font packages I need to get too. Let's make a font. I only have one made so far for this. Let's make a font. We're gonna leave it as what do you want these called? Chat bubble. Oh wait, let's do font chat bubble. We'll set it to 10. So now in here, we'll have to set the font. But let's figure out how to do this properly with Scribble. So the basics are dot draw. What? So we set Scribble. Starfish, good morning. How you doing? All right, so we need it to be Scribble string. I'm doing well. Thank you. trying to set up. So when the player approaches like an NPC, right? I have little chat bubble that appears now above their head. I'm trying to get the text to look nice using a add-in called Scribble. And I think all I really need to do is maybe just type to Scribble. All right, so we're gonna do Scribble like this. No, not like that. Yes. The hell. So do I set it somehow and then do this, or are we doing Scribble dot like draw? If I want pointers, I will 100% take pointers on how to use Scribble. This is my first time actually really using it. So starting format, no. Align, blend, gradient, flash. How do you just write out like a text thing? Scale, wrap, fit the box. Does this use the builder pattern? I don't know. I don't know what that. All right, so we have Scribble. Then the message. Hello, adventure. Oh, I say dot draw inside it. Like this. Dot draw. And then we do bubble X and bubble Y. Right? Okay. So then we have that, right? Perfect. Okay, let's try it. That draw didn't change color or anything, but guess we'll find out. Okay. It's a little bit off. So now we need to set how do we set Scribble dot align, V align, H line? No. Scribble dot align, right? So, oh, in the same line, I should be able to keep doing that. Okay. So we can say dot align. What is it? FA center. All right, so dot draw, H align and V align. So we're gonna say the first one is left, and then we'll say middle. So FA left and FA middle, like that. Or not. Dot scribble not set before reading. Oh. Silly me. This one. And then I need to figure out, all right, we need to tell it. No, it still doesn't like it. All right. Particular font, it's you have to use this. Right? So scribble font set default. Then we're going to call it chat bubble. All right. What? The default font should be defined using its name as a string. Oh, it needs to be a string. Okay. So go back here. like that. There we go. That sets the that if you want to set font on a scribble by scribble basis, the function is starting format. Why can't it just be starting font or font? Starting format. That's why I didn't understand what you said with that. And I was like, it doesn't look like it would be something for format or for font. But I gotcha. Okay. Let's change it again. So it's going to be dot. I'm learning new things today. There. All right, so we have dot starting format and the name inside it. And Starfish, thank you for the soapy treat. You want to come here, girl? Huh? Yeah. Sit. Here you are. I always try to make sure she gets her stuff. She is the star of the stream. I am just a sidekick here, and I try to make sure that she gets her screen time. I thought it would be fun one time, like sometime, to get her like a good picture of her and put like a mic helmet, like headset on her, and make it into like a little avatar, so she's in the corner of where my chair is. And yeah. Right. All right, so why one is passed as a string and one is passed as a GM color, you have no idea. Okay, so I missed a couple things. You pass a font as a string and then a color as a color. All right, so we need this to be a string, right? I am. I'm just an extra in my own stream. She's the MVP for this. All right. So now we have font align. Let's stop it and restart it and see if it works. Okay. So now it's working. We need to do color. Is color also a format? Right? Color functions. Color scribble, color set, name, color. Does it not go into does it not have a dot set format with it, or is that what you were talking about, where you do dot set format and then without it, if it's not a string, it'll be a color, but if you make it a string, then it's a font. All right, let me find my Discord. I saw it go off somewhere. Okay, so we have Oh, and you can put them right below it. That's cool. Like that. And we're doing this. So align, draw, format. Oh, you can do it together. How cool is that? All right. So you have font name, comma, C black, right? I figured it out. Oh, and wrap? Is that word wrap? That's cool. That's probably like, hello, Ed. Hello. You need to be all the way over more. All the way over. All the way. So align left. Oh, no, it's because I'm doing this. So we want it all the way on the bubble. So it needs to be minus 40 on the X. Yeah. Oh, here's a good question. I don't see it on yours, Turtle. What is the size? How do you set font size? Because it's coming across really big, like that. Do you set it there, or do you set it in the font itself? In the font itself. Okay. So let's go into chat bubble. I have it set to 10. We're going to set it to 8. And let's try it again. It's not a very good pixel font, but because it's blurry. We'll make it one more. Let's go to 6. Hello? It's very blurry, but that's okay. Let's just do offset of 20. And this is normally minus 15 is the top of the bubble. So if we said minus 12, that should put it more towards the top of the bubble. It did, but let's say 8 and minus 10. Oh, this may need still be more. So maybe like it was 25. All right. And it's okay. We'll just ignore. We'll use the font for now. I'm going to find some good pixel fonts to get. What's that? Maybe we'll make it 30. And I think it'll be fine. Right? And I don't think we can make this any clearer as a font. Goblin. We can try Goblin. I wish I knew. Well, once I get better fonts, I guess that will help. There. Oh, turn off anti on the font. Anti-aliasing is off. All right. That's big. Hello, adventure. Yes, you're huge. Why? Let's go down to 2. And, oh, to make sure in your game... Not quite. Let's go back to using the 8-bit one, and I think we are at 6. So, enter thing was Windows, graphics. Yeah, I have interpolate colors between pixels off. Yeah. There. That's better, right? I mean, it looks okay. Anytime OBS. There we go. It looks better. Yeah. Cool. So now we got that fixed, right? And we don't need this draw text bubble. That just resets things back. Let's give the NPC, let's figure out how we want to do that. How do we want to make the NPC kind of auto walk around? I think we want to set up a state machine. Yeah, Scribble can get very powerful. I've heard lots about it. I just have not had something that had tons of text in it that it was needed. So now with the RPG, it falls completely into that zone. And I'm like, we're going to learn it. Yeah, I think so. All right. So, because I forget how to, I already have it installed, but we need to look at this. FSM new snow state. All right. We're going to FSM new. What was it? To be honest, you just scribble for everything now, even just one word strings. Yeah, I mean, once you're used to it, I can see doing that, right? Is it snow state? Small camel case. Okay. State. And then we're going to pick this. So right now we only have one look for it. Right? FSM, an assignment was expected at this time. Why? What am I missing? Snow State works pretty good. I have to remember how to get it started, and then it's a regular state machine, like a nice state machine. Oh, equals? Am I forgetting equals? I am forgetting equals. It was not dot new. It's equals new. All right. Yeah, because now we can set the different ones. No, wait, that's not it. That's just like that. Well, it does take a few setups here. Debug. Here. Okay. I guess I mean, like, I could also look at basic change. Okay, we're good. Let's do this is not correct. There's another one I have to do to initialize it, and I'll have to find it. But we will, because once you're in here, this is we're gonna idle, right? And then it's enter. Like that? No. I wish I kept let's look through here. Yeah, okay. So we have enter, function. So we have, yeah, enter, function. There. That should be your basic for it. Because then you have enter, whoops. And you can make another one that's like your step. And then we can do another one that's our, we'll say leave. There. Right, so now we have idle, and then we do FSM equals new snow state. And we want this to be about walk. There. So we're setting up state machines, a state system for the NPCs, because I want them to be idle. I want them to go walk around. If they're walking around, I want them doing certain things, but not while they're sitting there idle. So that's where the state machine, I think, is going to come into play for this. And I feel like I'm missing something, though. Because these should not all... Yes, no. Oh, okay. This is all inside it. Like that, right? Just show me a bunch of code at once. This isn't what I'm looking for. All right. We want one that is where it's saying new state. If it exists, keyword check, new state. This is what we want. All right. Okay. This is here. And then we have to say, we'll do fsm.add. Like that. There we go. So this is not this. It is dot add. And then we say walk. We get rid of that. And we do comma there and there. And close the bracket. That's it. Okay. And then somewhere, I think we also have to state, for the state, you say state equals like idle, something like that. Maybe. But for right now, this is what we want, right? We're gonna ignore that part. Once you enter into the state for idle, sprite index equals, we're gonna say this one. When you enter here, it'll be a different index, but right now it's the same one. Like that. But here's where we can set up the walking of the NPC. And you can set up alarms in there, and you can do delays so they know when to switch. I think we're going to pull up. So let me do a quick commit here. So we're going to save it. We're going to close this program. And we're going to find the avatar one. Yes. Because that's what it should look like. Okay. I was trying to remember where I had it to be able to look at it. But all my avatars that are running around the bottom of the screen here are all using a state, whether they're idle, climbing, moving, all this stuff, right? So we're going to do macro state idle, or state the name and then this. And everything else will then just say its name properly. Okay. And I think that should do. You really need to research state machines so much more. You sort of use them now, but you're very unsure to the level should be. Yes. I like the state machines. I need to get I'm not very good at them, but I'm getting a lot better with it. So welcome in, Pinooch. How are you this morning? And thank you for the Sophie treat. Come here, girl. Hi. You ready? Yeah, good girl. Go lie down. Okay, so I'm doing well, Pinooch. I'm doing well. We need to copy this. We're going to open up this for a minute, which is my notepad. And we want something like this, so we'll do that. We have these, okay. idle duration is what another one we want. And idle duration is inside here. Because once it switches, then we are able to do that. So, all right, so let's go ahead and close that project. We're going back into the RPG here. May Andrew, how have you been? And welcome in. Good afternoon. Good morning. All right. So in here, what we had said was we want to do like a macro, and then it is state, and we're going to say idle, and then it was a string in which we say idle. And then down here, we said state, not in a string. State, idle. Same thing here. State idle. All right, so now we also want to set up a idle duration, and that was, oops, idle underscore duration, and it was random range. We have two SEC, which isn't going to do anything right now. We're going to say macro. SEC is times 60. I think is how it works, right? And that should set SEC to seconds. Meandra, it's been a while. You kind of lost in the rhythm. Find it again. Yeah. I mean, life happens, right? You get lost, you find your way back, you do different things. No biggie, right? All right, so I see the notification ads are going to go off in about a minute 30, we'll say, right? I'm going to be right back on that one because it's just about time that I need to uncover the bird, make sure Arwen has some food, that kind of stuff. So we'll do that on this next ad break. All right, let me move stuff everywhere. Now we're going to set up, it was an if statement. So if, oops, and then we said it was fsm dot get time false. If it's greater than or equal to idle duration. Then what happens in there is FSM change our state to move. Perfect. Okay. Which also means then we need to make macro state move. Oops. And that is move. So we're going to say change this to state move. There. And now we have our state machine set up properly. We're going to move this, though, to our game manager. And now we need to put our game manager into the game. And who is that? Homeless. Thank you so much. All right, let's do another Sophie treat. She's like, I love today. All right, we're doing this real quick. Have a seat. There you are. I'm going to take a beery back so I can uncover Arwen, give her some food, and I will see everybody in a few moments. So hang tight. right, I'm back. Music hits hard, yeah. Spooky themed. Hi, Sophie. So my chair is breaking still. I sat down and it now like the compressor like goes like this. So hold on, we're gonna I gotta adjust it real fast. Okay. Yeah, I still haven't replaced it. I wanted to replace, like I was going to replace it last year, but then it didn't happen. I got Jeepin a new chair. It's like my chair is probably almost 6 years old now, 5 years old, something like that. It's not doing well. Right. That's okay. I was told by Jeepin I need to buy a new chair by the end of the year. So right. You're wondering how many channel points what are we talking about? Who passed the daily limit? I passed my daily limit. What? I need a matching cat chair. I don't think so. Oh, my daily limits are the farts. That's why the chair broke. I could see that happening, right? It's like the arm is breaking on it, so the cushion is hanging on the bottom of it on the left side, and this one. But I have to keep the chair because I'm tall, right? You know, I'm like 6 foot. So I need the chair to be up high. I don't want it low. So I need a mesh chair so the farts go through better. I do. I have a mesh chair for upstairs in my office. Yes. All right. So we were working on creating a state for the NPC. Yeah, like I said, I used a mesh chair for my office upstairs, but not for down here. I haven't figured out what I want for here. That's the problem. I see all the chairs, all of them. I see all the chairs, and I want all the chairs. I just can't figure out what I want to buy. Actually buy it. It's, it's one of those things. Because I'm like, what if I get the chair and it's not as comfy as it looks? I'm like, then it's going to suck. All right. I moved it. Does it the macro should be working across different objects, but I don't know why it's not. So we'll put it back in here. Yeah. Oh, you remember there was a Batman chair somewhere? Yeah, Batman chair would be cool. At very comfortable, yes. Once you go mesh, you never go back. True. That is, in fact, the facts. All right, once we're in the move state, we need to move, have our character move a little bit. But this is where we're at so far. We have a pumpkin person as the player. right? Because Halloween, so we have pumpkin, right? That's what this is, little pumpkin guy. Then we get the walk around, and oh, this orange pill is an NPC. We're gonna go talk to it, and then it has a little bubble that pops up. It says hi. It says hello, adventure. But in the meantime, I want the NPC to be going back and forth. So we need to set that somehow. For anyone there that has done this, do you have a good roaming move function? Yeah. Moving glide. Okay. So let's do moving glide. Move and glide or collide? Moving glide. Glide. Collide. Okay. Excellent. And I heard a dungeon. I'll join on that. There we are. So we have move and collide. Now, what does it all take? The X component of the direction to move in. So function, move, and collide. It takes 3 arguments. So we need the DX and we need the DY. And an object to check for collisions with. Okay, which we do have. Right? If we want it to be on the X, so we're going to say this is your X, your Y, and we want it to be with same thing as colliders, which should be object layer dot colliders. Stinkiness. All right, so we have move and collide, X, Y, object colliders. Move speed equals 0.5. Right? So then the X off and Y off. So the X component of direction to move to attempt to avoid obstacles. Okay. We'll leave that alone. Max distance. In the X direction, the instance will move. We need to add in all these. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? In total, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, I wanted to max distance on the Y is going to be this one, or on the X, and let's just say 100, right? And let's set it to, we'll say 0. Do I need... oh, we have a boss battle. Joining in on that one. We only have like 3 people on the boss battle. We may not do so well. These bosses are like super tough. Super tough, by the way. All right, so with this function, you can tell an instance to move in a direction, resolving collisions on the way, and specify a direction in which the instance will attempt to move to get past an obstacle. Yeah. So we have X, the X component of direction to move in. I just want it to move in the X level. The Y component of the direction to move in. The object to check for collisions with, and we have it set to colliders. Number iterations. The number of steps the motion will be broken down into to resolve collisions. Default to 4. All right. So we can just say 4. Then the X component of direction to move to attempt to avoid obstacles. Let's set it to like 20, right? Oops. Let's set this to 20 as well. And then we have the maximum distance the X will move, or the thing will move. So let's go ahead and run it and see if this will work. Oh, we need to also do this. We will set it back false. Idle time. I probably have to also say this. We're going to call it move duration. Move duration. And this will switch back to idle. There we are. All right, let's run this. We're waiting to see if it switches into a moving state. And I don't think that's working. Why? Move speed? Is that the problem? Maybe. Let's try it now. Maybe moving collide needs to be set in the... not in the step. Right? So if we put it there, and we take our move speed with it, okay. Who tripped on a rock? Starfish, you tripped on a rock in a dungeon. Here. Let me find it. Here, I'll run like 2 of them for you. You hurt your knee. Yeah. That's like playing, what was this? Like Skyrim? You were almost a dungeon crawler until you took an arrow to the knee or something. Right? An arrow to the knee. Exactly. Like I was almost an adventure until I took an arrow to the knee. All right, so we have no movement. I don't think it's properly switching. It's not moving to the other state yet. I was trying to give it like 2 to 4 seconds. It's beyond that, it's not moving. So let's take a look at it, right? And welcome in, Gleb. How is your Monday going? Moving collides, it needs to happen every frame. Is this the proper way? So I'm using snow state, right? In snow state, I had it try to sit idle for 2 to 4 seconds. It switches over into the move state. Then I was going to do a show debug message. And we're going to say NPC moving. Right? And then we're going to copy that, and we're going to put this one up here. We're going to say NPC is idle. All right. I need to put it into the step event, is what you said. So we'll take care of that. All right, we have our move speed set here. Let's just set it to 1. Then we have our duration here. Move duration. For 2 to 4 seconds. Let's just set it to like 4 to 6 seconds, and then we'll have it switch back to idle. And Gleb, make sure you are actually calling fsm.step in the step event of the object. All right. We have FSM new state starts in idle. I have my states here. FSM.add state idle. It should be going into these. And I guess we'll find out because like I set the a message here. Let's run it. Oh, wait. Is it in the step event? It all may be in the create event. That might be part of it. Let me move this. So we have our macros here. FSM equals new state here. FSM.step goes into step. I don't think I did that before. I think so. Let's take a moment because I want to go look at it, right? Let me close it. It's all saved. So we're going to close. We're going to open up the avatar one that's running around. And I want to see how I did their state. So I have it in the create event here. What, right? It never runs automatically. In the step event of, I don't have, oh, I see. I do have it. So I just have to declare fsm.step in step. So nothing else has to be with it. And it will work. Okay. All right. Let's switch back. Let's close the project. Let's go back to the RPG one. So in the step event here, we'll put this up at the top here. fsm.step like that. All right. Let's check it, right? Oh, he vanished. Where'd he go? Dude, where did you go? Well, let's figure out where he is. So in idle, like we're saying draw self here. That should be okay. We have leave. I switched it here. When it went into move, it just vanished. Yeah, so okay. Oh, the only reason I was kind of setting it, it was trying to help it. I don't want them to wander real far. So I was trying to limit the max distance, which is where the 100 and 0 come from at the end here. And I don't like not having them because I hate seeing red. All right, let's run it. Let's move this up. So NPC is moving, NPC is idle. It's working. I just got to figure out where he went. Oh. I thought that's what it said. Max distance, the maximum distance in the X direction, the instance will move. All right, we need different music though. Oh, okay. It made it sound. I'm not real familiar with using it. That's why. It just made it sound like you could set how far you wanted it to like wander. But I got to figure out why it's disappearing when it switches into this. Sprite. We're still using the same sprite index. What? Uh-huh. Okay. So when it like it vanishes, why is it vanishing? You don't need any. I think I missed a couple comments. Hold on. You don't need any of those optional. Okay, we covered that. I mean, remove those commas entirely. It's not gonna. All right. So if we're not using that the way I think it works, we can get rid of it. Right. But now I need to figure out where the guy's disappearing to. I know, I didn't use it enough, and so I misread it. I thought the max distance actually set how far your character would wander, right? So that's why I was like using them. Starfish, thanks for being here, and you're dancing on the way out with the skeleton dance. Excellent. I appreciate it. It's working because this is viewable. I can see the messages occurring here, right? You can sort of see it here, right? So I see the messages, but I don't know where it's disappearing to. It should be showing it the whole time because we're drawing self, but it does vanish the moment it goes into move. All right, let's run it. See if we can identify where this guy is disappearing to. All right. It literally just vanished. It didn't move. Okay. It crashed. Right. Well, and I didn't get a message either. All right. What's up, Arwen? Failed. Yeah, it failed. Compile and also see your compile area. All right. Well, let's close that. Why would he be disappearing? Like, I shouldn't have to say show in here because he should already be being drawn, right? We have SPR Barkeep, which is the only sprite that is there for it. It is, in fact, moving, and as soon as it switches, that's the problem. So why? All right, let's run it again. There he is. He's disappearing faster, and it crashes. So I have something going on wrong. Studio cache runtime. Elapse. I don't know what's going on with it. All right, I'm going to close GameMaker because we all know GameMaker has tons of weird issues. Give me a second. Oh, GameMaker. Why are you full screen? You do not need to be full screen. All right. Give me a second here. Update. Okay. Let's give it a shot and see if it still does the same problem now. Come on, OBS, see it before it vanishes. Well, what the hell is going wrong? Why is my game closing from it? Windows Start. Exited with a non-zero status. For details of why this build failed, please review the whole log above and see your compile errors. Man. All right. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. GameMaker drives me nuts. It's always got problems. So it's crashing while it's trying to run the state. And it's got to be either... I mean, more than likely, it's because I coded something wrong. I mean, that's usually why it's doing what it's doing, right? So, debug, application path, template. I don't know why it's doing that. It doesn't like this. Is this not if ffsm dot get time false is greater than or equal to idle duration, then we switch. So maybe something is going on here. Blue screen. Yeah, that's what I feel like is going on. It's blue screen. I mean, it's not blue screen, but it's got some sort of issue. So could this be causing it? Like, what is going on with this? And it's not leaving the moving one. So get rid of this for right now. Okay. All right, so I'm not seeing the message that it is in the state. It has to be. Right? Because he's still there. Okay. So this is probably not what we want. Get time. You do not use that state machine add-on you are using, so you're not sure. Yeah, it's just snow state. FSM. Let's just write some stuff. Can I open this? Here we go. Get time equals function US steppers in microseconds. Get timer here, return it. So should I be saying true instead. And maybe I should just be doing something different, like with move duration, right? Oops. All right, let's set that to true. No, instant crash. So it does not like that at all. All right, so back to false. Well, we wanted to pick an idle duration, right? So essentially, I'm just trying to make an alarm without having it tell it to go back and forth between the alarm. I suppose I can just make the alarm. Well, so let's just try alarm. Let's make 0. And we'll say equals. Can I do it like this? 2 to 4 seconds. We're going to comment this out. And then we'll come down here and do the same thing. But we're not going to use alarm 0. We'll say alarm 1. And we'll comment this out. So now we just need to make an alarm 0, and we'll make an alarm 1. Inside alarm 0, we are going to basically just switch it. All right, so let's think. Alarm 0 should tell it to switch to move and back to idle. Okay, let's try that. For whatever reason, that get time is causing problems. Okay. It's not crashing, but it's not switching between the states either. maybe it doesn't like this. Let's do 5 seconds. And let's set this to about 3 seconds. Right. Here. It may not even need the step. All right, let's try it again. Oh. All right. Well, let's do that because I don't know why. Like, I thought this was going to work, but this is causing it to crash. So without really. Oh, Jeepin's down here. Okay. All right, let's do that. Yeah, but whatever reason, like this was causing it to just plain shut down with no actual errors. So I don't know why, but we're gonna try it like this. Oh, here it goes again. Damn. The game just crashed. It switched to NPC moving and then crashed. So it's not just this. Damn. All right. Because you're resetting it every frame. Where? What? You're all okay. And that's wrong. Oh, those are speeds? Oh. Yeah, that could probably be why too. All right. So 1 and 1, and we don't need this. All right, so it comes through here, goes through. If we're setting it for 5 seconds, is it even enough for it to adjust? This looks okay. Although, I don't know why, like, it doesn't color coordinate all the time. If we have 3 seconds, it should run this. Then it should, if you go to alarm 0, it should move you into the move state. So now we're in the move state. Goes through, says this, shows this, should be showing the sprite. Initializes the 5 seconds and does move and collide for a little bit. Where do you go? Maybe that is too fast. Let's try 0.5. 0.5. If I only want it to go... Let's do that. All right, NPC is moving. We'll follow it. It stops. It's now idle, and then it's back to moving. But where are you going? Hello, adventure. Yes, you're lost. All right. That's much better. So we're going to switch this. And maybe it was this that was causing the collision or the crashing and not my timer. So let's undo it. Let's bring that back. Let's undo it. All right, let's see if that works. Because maybe, like I said, maybe it was just... Ouch. Okay, now I'm getting an error message at least. Close. Okay, so this needs to be back to false. There. And I see the notification. We have ads starting in about a minute 30. All right. It does not like move duration. Because I don't have it in there. I have idle duration. Move duration. Idle duration. Okay. Now, was it? Okay, it was the move and collide thing that was causing the problem. All right, we got to fix you because I don't want you leaving. If you're going to be a small area, I need you fixed. But we have solved the issue. So I don't need this. It's not the time thing. It was my incorrect coding on the move and collide. All right. Let's delete these events for right now. There. That was it. Thank you, Gleb. Okay. Ads are about to go off. So I'm going to take a quick be right back on this one. And I will see everybody shortly. So hang tight. And I'll just see you in a few moments. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, that took a little bit longer. I was helping Jeepin. Okay. So, well, let me move. I bumped my camera here. There. All right. So right before ad break, I solved the problem. Well, Gleb solved the problem, and then I realized what the mistake was. So it wasn't my equation here for get time that was failing. It was my moving collide had the wrong stuff on it. Calvar, that was a long stream. You were about to find another streamer. Calvar, there are no other streamers right now. So you have to stay here. And welcome in. Welcome in. All right. So now we have this working, right? We're going to make it even slower because I don't want them wandering off right now. We have our state machine in the object in our NPC working. So also when we go up to talk to him, the hello adventurer button or bubble appears. So we also want to get it so that if you're walking, you've been lurking the whole stream, you're just doing stuff while lurking. Excellent. I always appreciate the lurk. So we need to get it so that if you walk up to this, it's going to stop and not move. Right? That's our goal now. You okay? And I was thinking about your stream deck. Yeah, we should just get you a new one. Yeah. So I'll just get I can just get you a new stream deck, and then I'll take that one and open it and see if I can fix the wiring. Maybe it's just pulled out a little bit and I can get them back in on it. But that way we'll get you up and running with a stream deck. Okay. Yes. What? Okay. No, I'm not paying attention to work stuff. All right. I thought you were talking. Your stream deck was step 1. All right. Gleb. For this type of thing, you'd usually make the NPC move towards a random position in the room available area. Otherwise, with your current setup, yeah, he's just going to keep moving. I don't want him to do that. I want him to stay in a radius area. So I got to figure out how to do that. All right, because let's say this is a room, right? And you're inside the room, and let's say this is the barkeeper. He needs to wander around, but I don't want him to leave the zone. Or let's say it's an NPC out in town and you're just near the center of town. I don't want it to walk away. I want it still in that area. So now I have to figure out a radius. But I think we're doing good. Also, I'm going to make it so that when the player approaches, it will stop. Right? Maybe make it so that if player exists down here, when it comes in, it immediately switches the state to idle. So if in range, let's do like fsm dot change state idle, right? So now it'll immediately kick it in idle, but then we need to do a check here. How can I do that? If we put this back, all right, so we're saying if in range, although it doesn't like it. Oh, wait, I know how we can do that. No, once we switch into state idle, I needed to do an immediate check. Right? What's going on? Let's delete that. I wanted to check. Oh, I messed stuff up somewhere. There we go. All right, let's see if it'll at least stop it from moving. So now it moved into idle. But as long as the player is there, it's not going to move again. If I walk out of the zone, it will wait for a moment and then start to move again. So I think we solved that. Hey, Jeepin. I have a NPC that now has a little chat bubble above their head. Yep. All right. So to go back to your comment, Gleb, you said for this type of thing, you usually make the NPC move towards a random position. How this is, you said, a speed, not the actual direction. So if I want to set up a zone, maybe and why does it keep going to the bottom right? Is that because of the X component of direction to move in? See, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, why is it a speed? Anyways, we'll figure it out. But for now, I think we have a nice little state machine going for this guy, right? Okay, what else do we want to set up on this? Can we do name? How about a name tag? How would we do that? If we open, we have, this is our parent for the NPCs, is all that what this is. We could set maybe like name tag name or name tag. And I thought macros were everywhere. Like, why can I not move this to here? Right? Oops. That's not what I needed. Macro with this name has already been previously declared. Yes. It doesn't see it. Why? Let's just see if it goes away and see if it'll start. It's working. Okay. Well, I know there was. Let me see if I can find my. I think I had notes here. What I want. We're going to find new music. This one's having problems. All right, let's bring this down here for a moment. There. I'm looking for. There was a pixel fonts, ones that are better oriented for using for this style game. I'm just trying to remember where I saw it and if I have that link saved, right? Confetti engine stuff, GitHub, Snow States, gesture events, text formatting, Scribble, GM link. I guess I don't. All right, let's look on itch. Go to dashboard. Browse. There we go. Fonts. And like I said, I want one that can handle pixels better, that are designed for it. And this one might work. Okay. We're going to bring that in. There. Where did it put it? Damn it. In fonts? Oh, look at all the fonts it's got. This was inside Scribble. Damn. I lost it. Where'd it go? I like to include these files. So it went to data files. Scribble. Where are you data files? For Christ's sakes, why do you make it so difficult? I don't know where it went. Oh my God. Anyways, let's try and make a font from it. Maybe I can find it that way. Here, fonts. Arial. No, I don't see it. Well, it's exciting. Okay, then. I suppose it didn't work that way, and maybe I have to... I thought I could drop it into here, but I guess not. Where is GameMaker getting the list of fonts from here? Where does it get this? So those are fonts installed on my machine. Okay, so if I have a new font and I want it to be in this list, I have to install it on my machine itself. All right. Let's find out where Windows 11 hides their fonts now. It's still in the window fonts. Okay. Install a new TTF. Yeah, and it will be available on that list. Yep. We don't need two of these. So let's go to this. Let's open this and see if I can find this thing now. Do I have to close it? The project? Probably, right? Yeah. Okay. Save. Let's do this. All right, I'm going to close GM all the way down. We're going to reopen it. And we'll test it out here. All right. Snow State. We were looking for resources, fonts, pick this one, change this. There it is. Okay. Now, actually, before we do that, we're going to change the chat bubble from 8bit1 to this. Actually, I don't want to mess with those settings. Let's just do font 4. It's all set. Go into here. And we'll set it down here in Scribble and start it. That is terrible. That's not a very good pixel font. Nope. I don't like it. I don't like it. Let's just go back to what I was using. If I open it, I think I have that disabled. I have anti-aliasing or whatever it's called off. This was supposed to be a font for Pixel. I guess, yeah. Yeah, it was this one. It says, great to work on low resolution, but it's just not looking good at all. So, fonts are tough. Yeah, I know. Fonts are tough to figure out. But we have it back to the 8-bit one. Could be around 14, 16 in pixel in the size. That's going to make it massive on the screen, though. Like at a 6, because of how my resolution is. Oh, maybe since you're here too, you can help me with something real fast. Right, so we'll just leave it at this. I want to change this window size. It looks bigger than it is on stream. I had to expand it. So if I want to change my camera to make this bigger so I can see more, how do I do that? Because it looks terrible when it's regular size on stream. And it's not very big, that's all. In Camera Manager, what am I change? Like, how do I camera set view size multiply base size by some integer? Camera set view size. View width So we're doing it 1920 divided by 6. Let me figure out what that is. So what's 1920 divided by 6? So that's only 320. Okay. And then I want to keep them together. So let's try that. Let me readjust this on stream. All right, that should be good there. Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure exactly where I needed to be for it. But because that way, if you're playing, at least like if this is the little tavern, it all fits onto the screen at once here, and you can see a little bit more. Okay, I got to stop this. Where are you going? Why do you keep going to the right corner? What's wrong with you? Hello, adventure. Good morning, sleeping Annie. The nicknames you get. Yeah, so Jeepin will be going to the grocery store because today is her cooking stream at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. So if there's anything anybody would like from the grocery store, no, we're helping chat. Yes. Okay, so because the move and collide are the speeds are positive, but because both your speeds are set to a single positive value, meaning it will move southeast. Interesting. Okay. There's lots I got to learn about. Dino nuggets. Panuch wants some dino nuggets. I 100% back that up. I love the dino nuggets. She's like, why? Yes, homeless tamed a Giga this morning. And then he went to the grocery store. All right, so Glenby, you're saying because they're both positive. Okay. I have to remember my grid size, like my grid stuff. So one is positive, moving it to the right, and the other is positive, moving it down. So therefore, it is going to the southeast. If I make it like 0 on this, it would only move to the right on the X level. If I make it negative, it'll, in this scenario, it'll move it to the northeast. So top right corner. Okay. I need to make it so there's a zone. Or, like you said, move to point. It'd be nice. I guess I'll have to figure it out to make it so that it if it's like the barkeep, right? Let's say it's the barkeep and he's just wandering around like in a circle in that area. How do I get it to maybe move a different direction every time? I think that might be a cool thing to figure out. Jeepin priorities are all out of order. She should be taming dinos first. What were you doing first? Oh, the grocery store. Yeah. I mean, we have to feed chat. So we have a request for dino nuggets. And everything will be ready during her cooking stream. So you'll have to show up then to pick up your food. All right. We have the very elementary part, like basic workings of a player and a NPC wandering around, right? So what happens? Let's change this, right? So if it is, it needs to be negative. It needs to be negative y to go up, but I still want it like 0.1. No, we still want it there, but if it's going to be, we'll do that. Let's just try this. Oh, I need to move him because he's not going to run into the wall. I want him to run into the wall. Yeah, you're not going to hit it, are you? Almost. All right. In here are, we're going to put you there. Because I want to see what happens when it does hit a collide. Like something it's supposed to have a collision with. And, okay, so it just walks along it. And then it goes. Okay. That's not bad, right? Not bad. So we have a working brewer. I figured out, well, Gleb helped me figure this out. I made a mistake in the code on the move and collide, and that's why it was crashing. Yeah. Not that my timer was wrong. You remember when I was like saying, oh, the game just crashed and we were trying to figure this out and I took this out? Right? I was misunderstanding what move and collide is. So the X component, the first two, I just put X and Y there because I didn't realize it was like, that's like you put speeds in it. Yeah, but that's where my mistake was. So once I fixed that, it was working, and then I realized, oh, my timers are actually okay, not causing a problem. It was my misinformation inside the move and collide. So I got rid of the alarm system because I don't need it because I'm using this timer. And then I set it up so that if the player is in range, it stops the NPC. Right? So now, like, I can walk up to the guy, and as long as if he walks, I start to talk to him, he just stops. He won't do anything. as long as I am right there. But if I walk away from them, I'm no longer in range, and it'll continue to move again. So, cool beans. We got it. We got that part. I'm trying to remember some stuff for the shopping list. Oh, the drinks. Yeah, Jeepin on her cooking stream later today, which is at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, is making some cool stuff from a gaming cookbook. Yes, from a gaming cookbook. So that'll be fun. All right. Well, we have a functioning state machine. A little text bubble. Right, my little bubble pop up. And some text with it. I wonder if I can set depth of the text bubble with scribble. Because the text bubble is showing up. Well, I have some weird stuff going on, so I need to fix that too, but you know. Yeah. So right now, let's reset this guy so he walks upwards. So this has to be negative 2.5. So he's going to wander up. He's going to hit the wall. We'll come and talk to him. Okay. That works. That works. I wonder what needs to be done or else for a interaction with an NPC. It says, "Hi, adventurer. Maybe we can make like a little E button show up. Then, if it's a little E button, we can make it do things, right? You hit E there, and it'll show, I don't know, like a little menu. Or we can make it advance the text. What if we... If we just said E, right? And we want it to be dot. Starting format black is, we don't want it black. Well, we might. Let's just do that. Aligning and inside the bubble. So we're going to put that all right here. chat bubble here. This needs to be down at the bottom of it. Let's do positive 30. And we're going to make it go down to a positive 8. There. So now it's got a little E down there. Right. We could, I think, say 35, and we could lower it a little more. Let's just say 10. And instead of that, we'll say press E. But now we need to move it back. So 30. I'm kind of excited. Like, I'm getting, while starting to make all this, I'm getting excited about it because I realize I'm like, oh, you know, all the potential of the stuff that I get to do with this game. I don't know. Just cool stuff. That's all. All right, so this needs to come back even more. Make it 15. Yeah, that's how you feel about your game. I know, right? Like, you get something that actually has some potential to it, and you're like, it's going to be cool. Yeah. So, Jeebin, you're heading out. All groceries will be delivered via snail mail. Hope you did not order perishables. Yes. No perishables. However, pickup will be available only during her cooking stream at 4 p.m. today, Mountain Time. That's it. Out of that, you're just out of luck. Sorry. That's the way it works. It's an undisclosed location. Yeah, it's at the cooking stream. That's its location. All right, so we have press E, which doesn't really look that good, but it says press E. And then... Okay, so we have hello, adventurer, press E. I'm going to have to make E actually be a key. And then maybe make it so that it advances text. I don't know. That might be a good one. Because then you can say like hello adventurer and then switch to the next one, and then it'll be like press E, press E, press E, and it'll continue to work and just advance you. Yeah. All right, let's try to get it. Let's make a better room. Let's put walls. all the way around. I only have one picture of a wall, so right. Because now, like, this is our little tavern. I don't know. I'll have to get depth set up properly at some point, but it should be good. All right, so the NPC is going to hit the wall. He's going to wander around. He's going to hit the wall there. Hit the wall there. And just be stuck in the corner. Okay. So we need to fix that. You have my keys?
Yeah.
Okay. That way we don't have to worry about if your starter doesn't work. Okay. Yeah, so when was it? Saturday, her starter on her Jeep didn't really want to work. So I couldn't jump it. This was like she was out, so I had to go get her, but like it would single click when you try to start it the Jeep up. So I ended up climbing under there, and her starter is almost under the passenger seat, which is weird. It's back where the transmission is. And so I used a tool and just tapped, on the starter a couple times, and sure enough, it started right back up. But I was like, what the hell? It wouldn't jump. All right. I don't know what's going on with my music, but it's not working very well today. So I'm going to turn that one off. Let's open up Spotify. I do have a streaming channel on there that I can use. I do not have the sound channel separate, which I probably need to do at some point. Okay, this is stream friendly channel on Spotify. Okay, what do we have? All right, we need to think about this. We want if maybe we need to set it so that this move and collide is tied into a point direction as well. Okay, so if maybe we say with collision, right? So if object instance exists, no. If player colliders how do we say if it's touching it, if it's not instance exist. If Well, we'll try it. Exist. Then I want to say it doesn't like it. Here's where ID instance should be. Yes, but oh, what if we said if point distance to this, and it needs no? What the hell? How many X's and Y's? That's not what I want. Point direction. Direction. X and Y? No. Also wants 4 X and Y's. That's not what I want. So the first component, maybe if point direction maybe point distance. Let's go back to this. Let's say if point distance, we have X, we have Y, but then we need dot X and object later dot glider dot Y gliders dot Y. Then move and collide a different direction. All right, let's see if that silly math is gonna make sense here in a minute. No, it does not. Okay. It's not point distance, then. Point direction. Welcome in. Welcome in, Raiders. Mr. D-Boy, how are you doing today? How was your stream? Sup? How you doing? Welcome in. We're on day 3 of starting a new game. So this is another 3-month-long project, basically an MVP, making a minimum viable product. And this one is going to be an RPG game. And I'm pretty excited with it, right? I saw first thing this morning, you were solving all your problems. So hopefully all that has worked, right? All right. What so far today made it so that we have a moving NPC. The orange pill is an NPC. We have a text bubble. What's up, Soph? We have a text bubble. that will pop up when the adventure is close. And it's good stuff, right? So we set up the state machine for idle and move, and now the character will move and then also go back into idle state. But right now, it's only going in one direction. It's not turning around and trying to find a different direction. Also, ads. Hopefully, Raiders, hopefully you don't get the ads this time. So, there's that. What else, Mr. D-Boy, what else can't afford ads? No! I mean, it should block it because you're raiding in, so hopefully it stopped it. But what else were you working on this today? I saw, well, you fixed something and then you were switching over to like the Foresters or something this morning. Ranchers, maybe that was it. Our ranchers are working-ish, so you're moving on to the Foresters now. Excellent. Progress, right? Small progress. All right, we need to come up with something different. So in here, what is occurring is right now we have the NPC. He's only going in one direction, but as soon as he makes contact with the collider, I want him to go a different direction. So we'll have to figure that out because basically I want him to walk around a room. And my pumpkin character here is not the final character for the game. It's just because of like Halloween. So we want him, what, if he's here and he goes this way, I want it to be collision with collider. So how can I set that up? Because I want it to be with the wall. Suppose we can set it up as an object, but it's not an object. It's a tile. Are you talking? Arwen. So the little squawker that you're hearing in the background, that is Arwen, 4-year-old Quaker parrot, who likes to try to get our attention. Yes, and likes to talk to us a lot. She thinks this whole stream thing is for her because all she does is hear me talking, and she's just like, I love it. You're talking to me all day long. Right. See? All right. What else do we need? All right, so we need to still figure out how to make this bounce and go to different directions. I'm like, is there a squirrel trying to get in your house or something? Yeah, squirrel. Yes. You can sort of see on the dog cam that's right here, the pet cam. if I move it just a little bit, she's like right there hanging out. It looks weird, but like she's a good distance. But yeah, she's a Quaker parrot. She's green, and so Quaker parrots look like this. So this is what she looks like. She is the green one. There is different colors, but green is her color. And how many times you shock your dog a day? Shock the dog? Why would I shock the dog? She does not have a shock collar. It's a new trend to shock your dog. What kind of trend is that? Who started that trend? Is that some like another idiotic like Instagram, TikTok crap? Because like that's something like the kids would do. I could see them doing that. They're eating Tide Pods anyways, you know. Like, don't shock your dog. We don't even have, like, we don't do shock collars or any of that stuff. That's just, we don't need it. That is not a fun trend. So, no, I am not shocking the dog. And I have not seen that trend yet. That's just stupid. Sorry, I said it. It's stupid. Don't do it. Don't shock any animal. If you shock one and I see you do it, I will put a shock collar on you. How's that? Big controversy with Hassan right now with his dog. I don't know who Hassan is. Silver, welcome in. Hi. I mean, like, streamer drama. I mean, there's always streamer drama, right? I stick to a particular group of streamers. I don't like a whole lot of streamer drama. If you're doing a whole bunch of idiotic things, totally idiotic things, in over your Fortnite streams do not count. But if you're covering yourself in honey and putting feathers on you or hurting animals because you think it's funny and it's a trend, it's not going to happen. I will put a shock collar on you if I find you. And Homeless, you are watching me on VR. Never had a 4 bajillion inch TV before. It's cool. I use my VR headset upstairs for a wider office. So when I'm doing like work up there, I can put it on and make it so that I have like bigger monitors. Yeah, I don't do the talk tick either. But apparently there's some idiotic like trend out there. Oh yeah, so easy answer, Mr. D-Boy. No, I have not talked to the dog. You hope no pixels were being harmed in the creation of the stream, Kelvar. I can neither confirm nor deny that any pixels got harmed. Yeah, I'm not a TikTok fan. Nope. I don't know. The things people come up with like trends is like ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Right. there are people out there that, for whatever reason or another, need to have all the safety tags removed off of their appliances and everything. And maybe we can, weed some people out. Oh, it's not really a trend? All right, that's good. I would hope not. I'm like, that's stupid. Oh, okay. So a streamer, it's not a trend, but it's revolving around a particular streamer who did it on stream to their pet. I gotcha. That's just wrong. I can see why there'd be drama with that. Yeah, I can see why there'd be drama. Yep. All right, now that we got that sorted out. Thank goodness it's not a trend. I need to get it so that this NPC, when it runs into an object, it finds a new direction to go. Because right now, it is only running to one direction and then hitting things and then just sticking in the corner, right? And thank you, Panuch, for the Sophie treat. Hey, Sophie. You want a treat? Yeah. Here we are. We got you. Sit. Here you go. Thank you very much for that. She appreciates it. She works hard for those treats. She's got to hold the floor down. When she was just sleeping around, laying there, And I don't know if you can see it on stream or not, but the carpet that I have right here is a game controller. We'll move it a little bit. That's her favorite one that she sits on. All right. How's the best? I was trying to do if point direction, but I don't think that works. So, like, if the moving collide collides, like if how can we say this? So the NPC is moving, right? It has an object play like collider. So if it actually makes contact, well, you got to code it, right? I don't have built-in like code blocks. I don't think so. They got rid of that stuff, I think. I can make regions, but yeah, I don't have like code blocks anymore. So, but there is for navigation, like there's like point, distance, direction, collision point. So maybe we say if do this. So if collision point right? What does it take? 5 arguments. It takes X, Y, we did. The object, it did. Precise check whether the check is based on precise collisions. True. All right. We'll say true. Or it's bounding box in general. Oh, I see. Let's do false. Right? And this needs to be not X. So it's just the collider. And then what's the last one? Not me. Whether the calling instance, if relevant, should be excluded, true or false. What? I'm gonna leave it out. Grim, welcome in. How's your Monday going? And then also, while I'm thinking about it, I need to do this. Okay. So if collision point with this, hold on. It says not me. So we would need precision. We need it to say false. Let's try that. It's going okay so far. You're just getting ready for work with some pre-coding. How you doing so far? Doing well. Doing well. So far today, let me turn this off so I can start it. We have an NPC with a state machine going. So whether it's idle or moving, and that's the NPC moving, he'll stop. But if he's moving, we also made it so that there is a chat bubble if the player gets too close. And if the NPC is moving, when the player is inside the radius, it'll just stop. It'll just stay there while you talk to the NPC. But once you leave it, it'll be fine and it'll start moving again. Right? So, cool stuff. Yeah, and I like the little chat bubble. And for doing the chat bubble, it's a snow state machine. Well, sort of. The snow state machine covers whether it is idle or moving. And then it is drawing this. So we have hello adventure. I have press E. And this is the bubble. I found you could do draw round rectangle. So it curves the edges of it. So we have that. And then I set basically a range, in range and range, right? So in range is going to be a Boolean, whether it's true or false. And then the range is the distance. And that's it. I think it's pretty cool so far, right? But right now, what I am attempting to work on is I'm trying to get it so that if the NPC runs into one of the colliders, like the wall, it changes direction. So we're trying to work on that. And right now I have if collision points. So we have X and Y with the collider. Then I wanted to move and collide in a different direction. So we're going to run that and see if this works right. almost an hour ago, maybe 40 minutes, to go to the grocery store because she has her cooking stream today at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. So not only does she need stuff for that, but we try to food prep for the week, so we don't really have a lot of cooking to do. So we have some of that to get done today as well. But it's going to be good stuff. Today's cooking stream for her is going to be from a gaming cookbook, and it's from I believe it's the Guild Wars 2 cookbook. So it'll be good stuff. I like when she does the cookbook ones, like the gaming cookbooks. But I want to be done when she gets home because it gets a little chaotic in here. Plus, I want to help her carry stuff in. So I think we're going to stop for the day. I think we made some pretty good progress. And the next stream will be Saturday because I can't stream during the work week anymore because of the way the schedule is now. So we'll be back to Saturday. But don't forget, let's shout out Jeepin. That Jeepin, yes, she was last playing V Rising yesterday. And don't forget, she has a cooking stream today at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. It's always good stuff, right? But I appreciate everyone for hanging out. Let's find somebody to raid out to. And kind of go from there, right? So, what do we feel like? Do we feel like watching game developers? Let's see who's all on. I don't see a whole lot of people, but I do see somebody. We're going to visit Tumont. Yeah, he's working on some cool his stuff. I always like dropping in and saying hi to him. All right, so we're going to go visit Dumont's salute and say hi. I hope everyone has a great rest of your Monday, and I will see everybody back here from me on Saturday, 7 a.m. Mountain Time for more work on the RPG game. And don't forget, Jeepin has her cooking stream at 4 p.m. today. I will see everyone later. I hope you have a great one. And let's go right in now. Bye now, folks.